Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where we are currently working our way through our bureaucracy deficit, and that's going to take a little bit here. We do have expensive government goods, none of that is shocking in the slightest. We have low market access, unproductive trade routes. This trade route should definitely be cancelled. There we go. And we have input goods shortages of sulfur, hardwood, and steel. No shockers there, although the hardwood is interesting. Let's take a quick look. Okay, this needs some work. We'll get to that. That's because we just annexed the Heavenly Kingdom. Right. But I want to take a quick look at our logging camps here. Okay, we should definitely be on hardwood production. We're going to need to go through all of these, actually. So we're going to turn down all of our production methods here. Anything needing to be done here? Yes, atmospheric engine pump, slaughterhouses. Cool. Soil enriching farming. Okay. Then we're going to get our lathes precision tools here. By the way, I did go through and cancel all of those barracks. The easiest way to do that is to go in here and click on these and then just turn it down here. That's the quickest and easiest way to do it, and that is the way that I did that. So we have those gone now, and we're just going to work on the things that we have queued up here for now. We're almost certainly going to work on more government administration, but I do want to get us out of debt. That is going to be a fairly high priority. And to that end, we really do need to get these production methods put in. So we're going to get that done. Steel tools and privately owned is fine. Yeah, this seems to automatically take it to privately owned. Fascinating. Gas streetlights would be of benefit. We'll see if that's actually true. Government administration, we want to be on standardized filing system, almost certainly. Paper is going to be a problem for a little bit here, and we'll see how that ends up going. Otherwise, everything here appears to be turned down. Okay, that looks good. So we're going to tick on forward here and spend down our debt. It's not going to take us very long to get rid of that debt. And actually, our bureaucracy just dipped positive. That's interesting. I just came in to check to see if we were on agrarianism, because I'm like, did we load the wrong save? I seem to recall being at minus 6,000. I mean, granted, we did get that technology upgrade, and we did just switch this over to standardized filing system. So that does produce a lot more bureaucracy. That's a very good sign. I like it. We're negative in our convoys right now, and that's noted. I want to check in on ports here. Okay, we can definitely build a couple of ports in these locations. Will that help with our convoys? Do ports produce convoys? I don't think so. No, they do. They do. But it's not in this tooltip? Or am I just blind? I'm just blind. It's right here. Per level, 200 convoys. Okay, noted. The paper mills are higher priority. We're going to get the paper mills done first. Cool. And I did also take us down to wooden buildings so that we would be making money. We can go back up to iron frame buildings if we feel like we can afford it. And the question is, do we feel like we can afford that? With our bureaucracy deficit no longer being there, maybe. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, so the bureaucracy deficit was causing us a huge amount of tax waste, right? So that definitely helps matters a lot. I love it. So we're going to get these paper mills finished up. I'm expecting that we still have expensive paper here. Iron, coal, tools, steel, hardwood, sulfur. All of these things are currently expensive. Which of these are affecting us the most? 8 buildings, 9 buildings, 5 buildings, 81 buildings, 42, and 11. So coal and tools are the ones that are affecting us most. So I do want to go in and get some tooling workshops here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Beijing. And then I also want to go in and get some iron mines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in southern Manchuria. We're building them all in the same place for economy of scale. So that'll be okay for now. We do have some of these ports building simultaneously, but all of these are at full efficiency. So that's a really good sign that our radicalism is dropping enough for our construction efficiency to get a lot better. We're coming out of this hole, and it's basically all because we changed the production method in our government administration. That's what this is coming down to. And getting that technology also really, really helped. We still have a bureaucratic shortfall. We still need to work on our bureaucracy. We still need to work on our taxes. but this is a big improvement. We're making money while constructing at full speed, and that is incredibly important. So we'll get these iron mines built. We'll get these tooling workshops built. Okay, we're pulling from some of these to build our private constructions. Fair enough. Yeah, this is alternating back and forth because of the investment pool being basically empty. Noted. That's fine. So these tooling workshops will finish up. The tooling workshops will help a lot. The ports, we're going to eventually need to finish all of those, but now is not the time for that. I really do want to work on these government administrations, and then we have all of these livestock ranches and various other things out over here. It would be great to work our way through that. For the time being, what we need more than anything is not necessarily medical degrees. That does unlock charity hospitals, though. Do we want to work on that? We have no health system available right now. Who would support this? Literally no one. Okay. Literally no one supports that. I'm okay with being on no migration controls. Are there any other laws that we want to change? Per capita taxation would be a reduction in our current revenue. So I don't think we want that. Yeah, none of these are actually good. In which case we might want to just put in... Actually, we're at 82 legitimacy right now. We'd be at 100 here. We'd gain 2 million radicals. If we're not angling for law changes, I think sitting at 100 legitimacy is the way to go, even if that does give us a temporary bump of radicals. That'll drop down over time. So that'll be okay, and we are going to finish up these tooling workshops. These ports will all be finished soon. So that's all good. And we're working on railroads right now to be able to get our market access up. Government administrations are giving us 195 bureaucracy each and 45 taxation capacity. Oh, wow. So this is much more than I thought in terms of taxation capacity. I calculated this based on 15. Cool. So we're going to delete a bunch of those. The ones that are still in progress we'll continue working on. Now, I am expecting that we continue to have some shortages here. Yeah, we're continuing to have some iron implicate shortages. No shockers there. But I want to pull us positive in our bureaucracy because that's going to get immediately eaten up by our law enforcement investment level. So that's all fine. We're going to finish up these government administrations. We've got the tooling workshop, livestock ranches. What's going on here? A monument to the emperor, huh? Prestige for radicalism? Or we lose petit bourgeoisie opinion? We'll lose petit bourgeoisie opinion. Cool. So yeah, all of this bureaucracy is getting immediately eaten up by our institution, but that's fine. I'm completely okay with this. We're finishing up these government administrations, and then we're going to work on all of this, which will construct reasonably quickly. But we do need to work on government administrations. And how quickly do we want to do that? I want this to be a kind of long-term process. Wait, this is down to 15 again. Was it the overall amount that I was looking at? I bet it was. So in that case, we do have 11 queued up in Yunnan. Okay, those are buried in here somewhere, I guess. And if that's the case, I want to just move those up to the top. Yeah, here's some government administrations. I moved that one to the bottom. There's also some iron mines here that I wouldn't mind moving up. Okay, we've got a couple of government administrations here and here. We've got a bunch here. So that's all looking reasonably fine. A couple here that have gotten moved around slightly awkwardly. Any of these that are currently queued, I want to just move them up. Cool. We'll just get them out of here, get them completed. Okay. This is very low construction... well, actually not that low construction efficiency. It's kind of low construction efficiency. Noted. We're going to move these iron mines up to the top, and any of these that already have progress, we're going to move up to the top as well. I want to get those done as quickly as possible, but I want to be working on these government administrations as well. So we'll do something kind of like this. We are out of debt at this point. That is a very good sign. And we could potentially think as well. About getting additional West Borneo. Okay. We could wow, I can't speak all of a sudden. I've been slightly distracted by the phone ringing. I apologize for that. Just toss that on over there for now. The Bessemer process has been unlocked, and that, of course, gets us decent progress for our steel. We do have an input goods shortage of steel, so we can go into our buildings here and go in here, Bessemer process. Beautiful. Hang on. Why is there nothing here? Because we don't actually have a steel mill. Okay, noted. Well, that's fine. Not exactly fine, but it's okay. Now, what was I talking about previously when I got distracted? Oh yes, I was talking about potentially expanding our construction. I think that that's probably a mistake right now, at this exact moment. But I do think it will become important. Eventually. Just not right now. I want to check in on how we're doing here. 25 weeks. Okay, we're definitely making progress there. Getting our bureaucracy up is still of utmost importance. We've got 532 weeks in here, but that's because of our construction efficiency, which is not as bad as it used to be. It's substantially better than it used to be. Our radicalism is dropping relatively quickly as well. So that's looking great. But these government administrations are going to be somewhat slow. The good news is there's not that many of them. Cool. Yeah, that efficiency is not necessarily great. There's no doubt about that. I would like to potentially get all of our ports queued up eventually, but infrastructure here does need to be worked on. We'll go ahead and do that. That's going to be low construction efficiency, noted. And I want to check, how are we doing? Let's see, we have the authority here. I want to check in on our religion down this way. 15%. Okay, so I would be reasonably fine with still promoting national values in these areas. Okay, cool. How long on railways? Railways are going to be done soon, 3 to 5 months. So that's good. We're going to be able to start actually working on our infrastructure at that point and getting this market access fixed. Things are looking up for us at this point. We're starting to get this snowball rolling economically, and that's a really, really, really good sign. So we're continuing to work on the government administrations. This is slow going over here, no doubt about that. Okay, so taking a look at our taxation capacities here. We definitely need a lot of work on them. Yunnan is going to be... I'm not sure that that's going to fully make it. It'll be kind of close. Yeah, it might. It might make it. So let's see here. 20 of these would be 300. So we need like 25-ish here. But I wonder what the construction efficiency is here. Where is this? Well, we can just check in here. And we can see what the infrastructure is. Yep, construction is fine here, I think. Yeah, it appears to be fine. So railways were just unlocked. That's excellent. We can immediately swap over here to all of our buildings suddenly running on railway. So a lot of these aren't going to be a thing. We could do public trams. Transportation is going to be expensive. For the moment, we're not going to do that. For the moment, I do want coal mines to be here, for sure. Do we want to run rail transportation? Yes, and all of these should be auto-expanding. So something along the lines of this. Gold mines are on rail transportation. All of these will switch to rail transportation. We will require railways. So the question is now the time to build them? I think the answer is yes, for some of them. We don't need any infrastructure where there are ports. Each railway is 20 infrastructure. So we can build this fairly quickly and get all of this infrastructure maxed out just by doing that. That'll take a little time. but I think it's worth doing. Now, we do need another research here. What do we want? Reinforced concrete to increase our construction sector building throughput, I think would be pretty good. That would take 15 years to research, though, so we might want to think about something else. Stock exchange? Trade route bureaucracy cost reduction. Actually, that seems pretty good. Let's go ahead and do that. We have a number of trade routes, as it is, and we're likely to have more. Yes, we have a transportation input goods shortage. No doubt about that. That will go away shortly. We hope. And I want to go into here. Are we going to auto-expand our railways? Sure, why not? Are we going to subsidize our railways? Probably not. For right now. If we can get away with it. If we can get away with it. So these railways are going to be done in a while. 14 weeks on most of them here. And then once those are completed, we should start construction on these government administrations again. We do need to work on our bureaucracy. No doubt about that. No doubt about it. But things are looking reasonably good as far as our bureaucracy goes. And the fact that we're not running a paper input goods shortage is a very good sign. I'm very happy about that one. I do wonder. When I started up the game, it was minus 2,000. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I thought it was minus 6,000 at the end of last episode on the bureaucracy. Maybe it recalculated? Just checking in at our usage here. Maybe it recalculated for some reason, but our bureaucracy usage, I believe, dropped when I restarted the game. I don't really have an explanation for that, but I believe that to be what happened. Because I thought we'd be in a bigger bureaucracy hole than we were. Yes, we switched over our production method, but that was after it was at minus 2,000. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Maybe I'm just insane. At any rate, we'll take it. Napoleonic warfare has been unlocked. Okay, cool. And these railways are beginning to finish up. We are dipping negative financially right now, and that is due to subsidies. Our railways are being subsidized here. I would like to avoid subsidizing them for the time being. We'll try to avoid subsidizing railways. It's probably not going to happen. But we'll see how that ends up going, if that creates more problems than it solves. For the time being, I suspect that it will not create more problems than it solves. We have a very small number of railways, and we can always, if we need to funnel more money into the railways, we can always go to public trams. So that is an option there. However, I definitely want to continue working on these government administrations. Many of these are... In fact, all of them are low construction efficiency. So that is noted, but look at that bureaucracy right now. Beautiful. 1.25k. It is ticking down over time, yes, and that is because it is being consumed by this institution. This is a very good sign. Excellent. 5 weeks until we hit level 2 here. That is going to be a 30% reduction in state penalties from turmoil. That's going to be huge. Do we still have the timed modifier here? No, that has expired. Okay. So that's a very good sign as well. Railways are ticking along nicely. Oh, City of Plenty down here. The party will indeed never end. Law enforcement investment has increased. So this will no longer be being increasingly consumed. Great Britain is now improving relations with us. That's a good sign. And these government administrations will be wrapping up soon. I'm going to let all of these finish before we queue up any more. I'd like to finally get some work done on some of these livestock ranches and such. Now that we're positive in our bureaucracy, we do still have a lot of unrealized taxes, to be sure. But we're going to let these government administrations finish up for the moment. I would love to start working our way towards this next institution. That would be a very, very good thing. But for the moment, it seems okay. Yeah, we'll let this government administration finish up. Our livestock ranches are all underway. Do we just let this construct for a while? Maybe we do. These will build fairly quickly and should contribute fairly dramatically to our economy. So I think that that's okay. I would like to expand our gold mines. Of course we can't. But all of these are going to need to be queued up here. And we do want to go through all of these and make sure that all of them have at least a level for all of the types here. And it looks like they do. It looks like that didn't get canceled by the Heavenly Kingdom, which I expected it to do, actually. So in that case, we can definitely start working on our raw resources. Engines, iron. Yeah, there's a lot of things here that we need to work on for sure. I want to check in on our infrastructure. Infrastructure is not necessarily the greatest here. I think a lot of this is going to be, low employment here. High cost of engines and coal. We can adjust the cost of coal. Engines are going to be a little bit more difficult. Do we have any motor industries? We do not. Okay. I really wish we could see what the construction efficiency was here without going into this tooltip. But we can see that we want to build here, not here, because of the construction efficiency. Cool. So I'm going to add in 5 motor industries there. I also want to add in steel mills somewhere. And it's going to be, say, here. Cool. So we'll add in some steel mills there. And we'll need to make sure that the tooling workshops are set to auto-expand, textile mills, chemical plants, steel mills, and motor industries. Cool. And this would be negative 75k? Okay. So we're not going to worry about that just yet. Our economy is, or rather our GDP is currently shrinking a little bit. I'm not shocked about that. That seems not very surprising. And with us running a small deficit here, or oscillating between a small deficit and a small surplus, yeah, that's what's happening because of the investment pool here. So with that happening, I think this is okay. I'm not concerned about it. We'll just get these completed. That will help matters quite a lot. Missionary works down over here. We don't want their foreign faith. We know how that ends up. We've learned our lesson. Fantastic. So our population is growing by 0.5%. That's not bad. That's a decent rate, actually. Our radicalism is continuing to drop, and so our construction penalties are as well. There are secret societies up over here. Dissent must be punished. Cool. So these motor industries are going to be done fairly soon, along with the steel mills. That will help our steel input goods shortage and our engines input goods shortage. We have a coal input goods shortage as well. We will address that once we're done with these. We're going to go with, I think, coal and iron next. So we'll let these wrap up. Branching out was successfully completed. The railroads would prosper, or steel railway cars. We'll take the progress on the tech. Thank you very much. Gonna let this motor industry finish up. So 4 more weeks here. Organized crime. That's expensive. We'll take the authority hit. We can afford that. Okay. Transportation input goods shortage. Yes, I'm not shocked about that one. Completing these motor industries will help with that. Okay. So with all that done, I do want to build some additional iron mines. We will build... We're going to continue to build here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to build also coal mines. And where are we going to build those? Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So that will be absolutely fine. We're going to continue working on some of these farms in the meantime. But getting these raw resources is of vital importance. I also do want to continue to work up our government administrations, but I want to get these input goods shortages a little bit more under control. So we'll get some work done on that. We're no longer running a tooling input goods shortage. That's a good sign. We are still running an engines input goods shortage. So that is noted. I think our engines are probably affected by the steel input goods shortage right now. Yeah, so that's going to require a fair amount of work. We're just going to continue working on these input goods shortages 5 at a time like this. 5 at a time, but 2 goods at a time is how this is going to work for the time being. At least until I end this episode and completely forget about this scheme. That's something that could theoretically happen, I suppose. So we'll get these coal and iron mines finished up, and we'll continue to work on these farms now for a bit. Iron mines are about to be finishing. Hardwood, sulfur, coal, iron, steel, engines. Okay. Netherlands want an alliance. We decline. We are going it alone. Absolutely. We've seen what Europe does. So, what are we going to do next? We are going to get some logging camps. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, what else do we need? Well, we need a lot of coal. We need a lot of steel. We need a lot of iron. I'm going to do iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to do coal. Okay. There we go. So we're going to get all of that queued up. That's going to take some time. I'm going to move the logging camps up because they actually build a little faster. There we go. So we're going to get those done. The Ripper, huh? Well, we'll try to bring the killer to justice. Cool. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to continue turning around our economy. It's going pretty well at this point. But now we just need to build it from the bottom up. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, MLohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Anna the Elephant, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.